In recent years, WWE has undergone one of the biggest transitions in its history. We are not talking only about title changes or shifts in the weekly card. We are talking about a structural, creative, and global change, led by a man who knows the ring like few others, Paul Triple H Levesque. Since taking over the creative leadership of the company, especially after Vince McMahon's permanent departure in 2023, Triple H has been rewriting the rules of the game. Along with the new corporate structure under Tico Group Holdings, a merger between WWE and Endeavor, owner of UFC, the company has expanded its global presence with a much more modern, bold, and audience-connected approach. And perhaps the biggest symbol of this revolution is the deal with Netflix, a billion-dollar agreement that comes into effect in 2025, ensuring that Monday Night Raw will be broadcast worldwide on the platform, in addition to including other original WWE content. This represents more than just a network change. It is the company's definitive entry into the streaming war, alongside giants like the NFL, NBA, and even Formula One. The result? Impressive numbers. Raw's debut on Netflix surpassed 4.9 million global views, the highest since 2015. On YouTube, clips from the weekly shows reached over 300 million views in just 1 month. WWE's social media combined surpasses 1.6 billion interactions per year, breaking the company's own records. International events also saw a surge in viewership. Elimination Chamber, Perth, Backlash, France, and the recent announcement of Bash in Berlin show that the company has finally understood the magnitude of its global brand. And with all this global exposure, new names are emerging and shining. Superstars like Braun Breaker, Ilja Dragunov, Tiffany Stratton, Carmelo Hayes, Lola Vice, Lyra Valkyria, and Trick Williams are becoming icons of a new generation. They are not only great athletes, they are well-developed characters with consistent stories and rivalries that evolve week by week. Something fans have been asking for years: continuity, coherence, and real emotion. This new era began to take real shape after WrestleMania 41, a watershed event that not only marked the return and consecration of names like John Cena and CM Punk, but also symbolized the beginning of a more cinematic, faster, and above all, more respectful phase towards the fans' intelligence. Since then, Raw and SmackDown have been changing, and for the better. It's not just the production that has leveled up, with new cameras, dynamic transitions, and a cinematic aesthetic. The content has also evolved. Segments have more meaning, rivalries have layers, matches are less canned and more intense. It's as if WWE has finally heard the collective cry of the wrestling community. We want something new, and we are ready for it. WrestleMania 41, Cena makes history. But the Finish Sparks controversy WrestleMania 41, held in Las Vegas, was marked by a historic moment. John Cena claimed his 17th world title, surpassing Ric Flair's record. However, the way this victory occurred sparked controversy among fans. In the main event of the second night, Cena faced Cody Rhodes for the undisputed WWE Championship. During the match, rapper Travis Scott interfered, pulling the referee out of the ring after Rhodes hit his finishing move. Cena then took advantage of the distraction to land a low blow on Rhodes and hit him with the belt, securing the victory and the record. The absence of The Rock, who had been a key part of the rivalry build-up, was also felt, although he participated in the previous events, such as Elimination Chamber. His absence at WrestleMania 41 left a gap in narrative. The combination of the external interference and The Rock's absence led to criticism from fans who were hoping for a cleaner and more impactful conclusion to Cody Rhodes' journey. Despite Cena's historic achievement, many considered the finish of the match anticlimactic.
And Cena begging off. What is Cody Rhodes going to choose?
Oh, come on!
And he's no problem being a bad guy. John Cena has set the record.
I've never witnessed in this industry.
Wait, I agree
The
with you.
creative redemption in post-WrestleMania 41 weekly shows. After a WrestleMania 41 marked by controversial decisions and a main event that divided opinions, WWE surprised fans with a series of above-average weekly shows, proving that the new creative era under Triple H is indeed listening to the fans and responding with action. In the weeks following the biggest event of the year, we saw major names being used effectively, with rivalries built with coherence and intensity. CM Punk, even physically sidelined from the ring, maintained his presence alive through sharp promos on Raw, fueling tensions with Drew McIntyre and even John Cena. Cena, for his part, stayed hot after claiming his 17th world title, entering a rivalry with Randy Orton that caught fire from the first segment, a rivalry fans had always wanted to see revisited at a high level, and now it gains a new chapter with more maturity, weight, and mutual respect. One of the major highlights was the formation of a new group on Raw, led by Seth Rollins, alongside Paul Heyman and the emerging monster Braun Breaker. The combination of Heyman's strategic mind, Breaker's aggression, and Rollins' revolutionary vision created a new dominant force on the show, raising speculations that we are witnessing the birth of a new faction on the level of the Shield or the Bloodline, focused on control, legacy, and evolution. On SmackDown, the tag team division also shined with one of the best matches of the year so far. TLC match for the tag titles, where the Street Profits defeated several teams in a chaotic, brutal, and exciting battle. The match was praised for its intensity, the intelligent use of weapons, and Montez Ford's insane performance, which continues to stand out as one of WWE's most charismatic and explosive athletes. Moreover, we saw the pace of the stories visibly improve. Shorter, more objective segments, less filler, and more meaningful matches gave both Raw and SmackDown a new boost. Names like Tiffany Stratton, Trick Williams, Ilja Dragunov, and Lola Vice also began to get more screen time, showing that WWE is truly investing in the new generation without abandoning the veterans. And all of this served as a solid bridge to Backlash, creating real anticipation among the fans, something WrestleMania, despite all the hype, didn't fully deliver. The atmosphere of the weekly shows was one of intelligent rebuilding, as if the creative team had heard the frustration cries from WrestleMania and decided to respond with quality. Backlash 2025, Cena vs. Orton, the emotional final chapter Backlash 2025, held in St. Louis, Missouri, was marked by one of the most anticipated confrontations in recent WWE history. John Cena vs. Randy Orton. This match not only represented the climax of a legendary rivalry, but also brought out intense emotions and unexpected reactions. The match. The main event of the night saw two of WWE's biggest names face off. Cena, after claiming his 17th world title at WrestleMania 41, defended the WWE Undisputed Championship against Randy Orton in his hometown. The match was marked by impressive physical intensity, with both wrestlers exchanging devastating moves and showing notable levels of endurance. The climax of the match occurred when R-Truth, in an unexpected moment, interfered in the match. His intervention, although unplanned, ended up helping Cena retain the title, which sparked surprise and speculation about future rivalries involving the three superstars.
Time. RKO to defend John. Low blow. Golden hand again, right off the skull of Orton. John Cena retains the damn championship.
Cena emotional. After the match, Cena, visibly emotional, headed to the locker room. In a touching scene, he was spotted with tears in his eyes, reflecting on his career and the impact that moment had on him. Triple H's new era at WWE has been marked by a more active listening to the fans and a visible improvement in the weekly shows. Since his rise to the creative position, WWE has distanced itself from choices that generated frustration and moved towards more organic and exciting rivalries. Fans now see a more balanced roster, more screen time for emerging stars, and an emphasis on long-term storytelling, something that many have been asking for years. With more dynamic matches and less filler, Triple H has revitalized WWE, creating an atmosphere that respects both the company's legacy and modern expectations. This has won the support of fans, who are pleased with the changes, reflected in reactions on social media and a greater interaction with the product.